Alright, everybody, welcome back to EA Sports PGA Tour. And it's Masters Week. It's Saturday. I really wanted to do the one day at a time kind of thing, like Friday. Do one Thursday, do one Friday. But just, didn't really have the time for that. So we're going to be doing the 2 days. We'll talk about Thursday and Friday today while hopefully making the cut at the Masters. Let's go ahead. Oh, this next one costs 5. Oh, 3. Okay. Why did it say 5? That was weird. So we gotta wait. But if we... Yeah, we just gotta wait. So what would it be again? We have 9 more levels. That's 18. We're going to get 20 more. It's 22. So we can almost get the last one not needed. We'll go until here. That's 14. We'll still have 8. And then... What's this? Hack. Which is also up here. We can get the next power for the silver power approach. That's probably what I'll do. It'll take a while, but once we max out. And it's Masters Week, baby. Yeah, we're gonna keep pairings off, I think, just because they take a really long time sometimes. 4 to 7 miles per hour. Everything's tournament, of course. Oh yeah. It's been quite an interesting Masters Week.
What is it about this parcel of land, set deep amongst the Georgia pines, that draws us in so? Is it the beauty? Is it the color? Is it the sound and the breezes? Is it the history? It's all of that. Everything together makes this place special. This is Augusta National. This is the Masters.
Now, earlier this morning, one of the Masters' cherished traditions, the honorary starters out there to get the tournament underway. Golf's preeminent global ambassador, Gary Player, three-time Masters champion, got him started and finished with that classic leg kick. Jack Nicklaus, of course, six-time Masters tournament winner, one of the game's greatest icons, synonymous with Augusta National. And Tom Watson, Masters champion in 1977 and 1981. I can tell you that all three, not surprisingly, knocked it in the fairway to the delight of the patrons assembled. It was then that the Masters tournament was officially declared underway.
Saw Gary Player kind of drop his club there.
In Augusta, Georgia, EA Sports so proudly presents the Masters. Today, we begin this annual rite of spring amongst the blossoming azaleas and dogwoods. Live opening round coverage of this tradition that is truly
T. Olive, the first hole.
This promises to be a fun 4 days. A lot of storylines to get to as we check out the early leaderboard. We've got a tie at the top. Frank, this is one of the moments you dream about, and you would know this from a very young age. First Masters appearance as a professional. Our featured golfer here, rookie, on such an incredible run at the outset of their career. Already a multiple winner on the PGA Tour. What would need to happen for this phenom to win the green jacket?
Well, you would think a miracle, but to steal a line from Al Michaels and just from toss along the golf. If you believe in golf, you believe in miracles, because I've seen it happen before. And you just go back 2022, Scotty Scheffler came in hot, playing well. Should have been the man to beat, but we looked at all those other players. When you're world number one and you've already won 3 tournaments in, what was it, 4 weeks, might as well be 4 and 5. And that's exactly what it is. Come in with a hot hand, play well, don't worry, let everybody else worry about all the talking and who the favourites are. Just get
That's a really bad underswing. Never mind.
It's a decent sized green. It's not bad, just a little past the hole.
I think the wind helped it out there. What else needed to do this? So it's going to the right. It is uphill by a good bit.
So gotta keep up the speed.
And what is it? 17 feet uphill quite a bit. Let's go about right there. Might not be that far up the hill, but oh, just didn't hit it. I just didn't hit it. That would have been a great birdie on the first hole, but it's a par. Yeah, man, the first 2 days of the Masters, crazy hard conditions with the wind. It's been that windy or worse here for the past 3 months. It's been insane. Let's see, with that, the wind's not really doing too much. I really don't want to get myself out of the hole with the power drive, so. And first round. Oh, by the way, I just want to mention the Masters app, or if you just go to the Masters website, is honestly a way better watching experience than on TV. Or maybe it's not a way better one. There's way fewer commercials, and you can pick kind of pick who you want to watch, and you can watch from the very start to the very end, so you can see everything. Get out of here, pink dogwood sign. So 206. It's very downhill. Wind is into us. 202. Let's go with some height on here. Yeah, I know it's very downhill, but the wind should. I overswung that. The wind should stop it pretty quick. Oh my God! Almost dunked it for an albatross. And we have a chance to go 2 under through 2. Saying it's way above. It's saying I need to aim it about right there. And it is going pretty fast. Get out of here, man. What is this? And it is going a pretty good way. It's slightly up the hill. It's 9 foot. Let's go to 12. Man, it's just so hard to aim it this far to the right. But we needed it. That's an eagle on the second. Obviously, the conditions in the game right now aren't actually as hard as they are in real life. Flowering peach, because of the wind. But that first round, and they let you do like picks as well before the Masters starts. You pick, a past champion, a wild card, an international. Is that it? Is it just 3? And then for a tiebreaker, you try to guess how many pars that there's going to be in the week. And, of course, so realistically, if I was going by, like, if it was a super serious thing and it was, like, for money or whatever, I picked Tiger Woods for past champions. I wouldn't do that just because, only his second big tournament of the year, and he had to withdraw from the first one. Let's see. I think a flop is fine here. We'll go a little far with it because it is uphill. Let's look at the green. And it is going to the left, so yeah, we can keep it right here. Left. All the flops just start dead left. Like just about every single one. For some reason. So it's going to the right. It's saying 1.8. That is. Let's check this again. It's going at a decent pace. Again, slightly up the hill, which is surprising. Let's go to 10. It is Augusta, so wow, it didn't. No, it really wasn't going as far right as the degree was telling us. I was saying that we'll give it its extra distance that that it's saying, just because it is Augusta, and the greens play with crazy break. I mean, just look at hole 16. But the wild card I picked was Bryson, because I always like Bryson. I like the way he plays. People get on him about the stuff he says, but it's like, he says some dumb stuff, but literally, I can't name you a single player who hasn't been in the top like 20 and won a major or whatever. I can't think of a single one who hasn't said something dumb. So I really don't think that's anything to go by. He's never said anything like outright super inappropriate or, off the wall, but just something that you don't agree with. It's silly to just write someone off because of that. But severely downhill, wind slightly helping. We got to make it past, I want to say that we got to get it to about 230. I don't think the wind's going to carry it that far, so let's go with a high one. Hopefully this carries far enough with how downhill it is. Oh, it's going a little too far right. Oh, no, yep, okay. Yeah, went a little too far right, had that overswing and fast, so unfortunate. It's going to hit on a slight downhill, and it's going to go to the left, so let's go with the pick. Yeah, because landing on that downhill slope, it's still going to run a little bit, even with the pick shot. So.
Pretty good run at that, and par should be pretty well within reach. Okay, that one finished off.
I'm fine with a par on that hole. When the holes are so long that, it's in the 220 or above, I find par just fine. But yeah, Bryson was my wild card. My international, unfortunately, was Victor Hovland. He's been playing well. I like him, and seemed like a smart international pick. My other international would have probably been Rory, sorry, because he's been playing. He's been having like one round that takes him out of the tournament. So this is slightly downhill, slightly into the wind. 190. You almost have to carry it most of the way there. If we go high with this and take it all the way back, I don't think... See, it's not very downhill at all. I don't know if the wind takes it down enough. So if we play a high finesse right at 192 maybe. No, okay. I was like, no, took it down too much. That's a decent shot right there.
That's well played. Now a good look at birdie.
So from here, we're looking at slightly uphill, then back down at the pin, but nothing to really worry about. It is going to the right. Not too much. I don't think it's going to break that much. And it's a 15-foot putt. It's slightly up the hill, so let's just go to 20. Oh, I pushed it. Oh, it came back. Wow. I didn't see that at all. I pushed it, it started going too far to the right, and then it actually came back to the hole.
Another good par 3 here on this first nine. It's the 180-yard par 6 elevated tee.
Yeah, I think it's only 3 picks that you get. Let's see. Ooh. See, this hole is very, very tough with this pin location. You can go a little long and go a little right, and you can be okay. It's severely down the hill. 176. That's just on the front, so let's go with a high one. And hopefully it's downhill enough for this to carry. Oh, it is. Oh, it's a phenomenal shot from 188.
It's got a lot of air under it, and that allowed it to land softly. That's a nice shot.
It was 1 degree above. Yeah, I'll just put it about right there, I think. Yeah, that's a great birdie on this hole. It's probably, to me, that's the hardest pin position on here because you cannot go left to the pin, really, or else you're going to have a really tough putt.
Number 7 now, a par 4 at 450 yards.
Pampas.
One of the narrower holes on the course. So precision
I think we
is
can
more
just go
important
dead
than
at
power
this
off the
right
tee.
here.
The second shot is no bargain.
And
with a total of 5
I was at work when it started, but luckily for me,
small green.
went left. Wow, why'd I go that far left?
And that will not hold
Um,
the fairway. It's
The only player really I wanted to watch that was a good amount of the way when I got back from work done was Bryson.
143 yards left.
Um,
Coming off a birdie on the
Again, more of a
for
tough pin position just because those bunkers in the front and the back, so you can't really go too far. We're looking at a 138 carry probably if you want to go dead at the pin. It is severely up the hill. So let's play a finesse. We can't really go too high with this. Wind is in our face. Let's go with a 148, I think. Let's go with 150, actually. Only 0.4, so it evens itself out. Get up! Dang. Yeah. One thing I didn't even think about was I was in the rough.
Sometimes mistakes can just have a way of
So,
compounding themselves.
unfortunate there. Just a miscalculation on how uphill it was, how much the wind will affect it, and then also putting in the fact that
Thump of the sand,
um,
and a good chance
I
to
was
save
in the
par.
first cut. So
That one finished
par is not bad on this hole though, especially from the rough.
He's gonna hold on to
But
that 3-shot lead.
Tiger played really well for how much he plays nowadays, and how much he's not able to really practice as much as he needs to, especially to play in these winds and all that. It's 316 to carry that bunker. I don't think we do that, but with the wind, we can probably aim it in the bunker. Ooh, it went to the right. I was hoping it would go left. Okay, it carried it. It carried 317. Really good chance to get on it too.
From the fairway.
202 is the front, 211 is the pin. That actually makes this one a really tough shot.
fitted in that narrow opening.
I think we go with a really high 6-iron to try and get that wind to just carry it most of the way up the hill. A little bit slow, but we overswung it, so it's good. And it just gets on. That's our second eagle putt of the 9. Severely uphill, this one. It's staying level at our feet. And I mean, it is just about dead straight. You just need to get the uphill part. 21. With that much uphill, I think we go to 41. That might be too much, but oh, it was. If I hadn't have hit it so hard, it would have snuck in that side door.
He's automatic on this front side. This for birdie.
But we get the birdie on the par 5.
Right on line. That's a birdie here at the 8th.
That's 5 under so far through the front 9.
We wrap up the first round with
But yeah,
160-yard par
Tiger
three.
birdies
Treacherous.
was the first on the first day or the first on the second day.
Front. Approach shot
I have the
carried
leaderboard
close.
right here in front of me.
With 30, 40 yards or so.
What was he? Okay, so it was on the first day. He birdies the first hole. Actually, let's look at the round one. Yeah, birdies the first, and automatically I was thinking, wow, this could be something special. At the Masters. Hits a great drive, a great second shot, makes the putt. Oh, this is going to go down into the pine straw. Well, wait, it might actually move us from there because of how close we are to that tree. Yeah, it kind of does. All right. Severely up the hill again. We have to carry it 330 minimum. And with it severely up the hill into the wind, pine straw is 100%, which helps us out a lot. I'm gonna go with a high 9. Ooh, that was way too much. I did not calculate the amount of
Safely on deck. That's the main thing.
height that was. Holy hell.
You don't wanna leave yourself like a knee knocker, like a
Going a
45-footer. So
good
that's
chunk to the
on
left, way downhill. Oh, this is a tough one. I think this is going to be tough just to keep it on. If you're not short, then you might be over. Ooh, that's a really good pace, though. Okay, that's a really good pace.
That can
Yeah.
run forever if you don't get the right speed. That's a nice job.
Saying it's 8 degrees above. Okay. Oh, 0.8, sorry. That's 5 under through 9. That's a good first round, or first 9.
531.
But then he bogeys the fourth par 3, gets it back to even. Okay.
Second 9 begins
Yeah,
with
that's a hard par 3 anyway.
25-yard
Birdie's the 8th. Unfortunately, he does par the second hole, which is par 5. But he birdies the next one. Goes out on the front 9 at 1 under. So this tee shot right here, go long if you don't draw it. I don't want to risk drawing it, so I'm just going to hit a 3-wood here
here to start the tournament.
But there is no water on the front 9 rig.
and hope that I don't go
Starts at 11,
too long.
13,
Yeah, that's
15,
perfect.
and 16.
Unfortunately, bogey is the 14th, and then bogey's the 18th for a 1 over. Front 9, a lot of pars. And finishes the round at 1 over. Now,
From a bit of a down
based on the first round, you're thinking, well, man, 1 over really isn't where you want to be at. All right, it's on the very front. You almost have to carry it the whole way there just because of that slope in the front. So 178's slightly more, a little more than slightly downhill. Let's see if we take it high and go back down to the 171. I think that could be pretty good. It still might be a little bit short. I overswung it, so it won't be short. Oh, it's still short. Oh, wow, okay. When you hit it high, man, that wind just
From the
kills it.
fairway nota, this is third.
Even though
It's
the
definitely going
Masters
to the
are on
left.
Putting surface, players left with a very difficult uphill slow pitch shot where they won't be able to see the ball land on the green.
All right, not a bad chip. Need to aim it just a little bit more to the right.
You could be fairly pleased with that, Frank. What do you think?
I certainly do. It was so good.
So much break in these little ones, man. All right. But yeah, based on that first round, you had Bryson,
Maintain that
who in that first round, after the front 9, he was 2 under. Started off with 3 birdies, 1, 2, and 3. Bogeyed 9. And I'm thinking, okay. And at the time, the lead was 5 under.
lengthened the hole a good 15 yards so that
By Ryan Fox,
navigating a tee shot down the right
who,
side
in my mind, he was leading at the time, and I thought, well, whether or not he leads after this first 9 or first 18, in my mind, he's probably going to go down to either over par or he'll barely be under. Just because of, he
And right you are, Rich. A lot of people think amen corner is 11, 12, and 13.
I'm thinking we aim this around
Second shot into 11.
the 180.
Shot at 13 is the finish of amen corner.
So let's take this down.
First time. You had a nice tee shot on 11.
Now we are above, so let's go about right there. Try and not bring as much as the water into play. Oh, I didn't mean to overswing. Okay, it's fine. I was like, if I overswing this or hit it fast, it could just start going left automatically. But that's a great shot here. It's saying it's pretty level. It's saying bring it to the left a little bit, and it is just a touch. So what is this? 12 feet. Let's go to 14. Oh, it broke more. Wow. Okay. Wow. That was quite a bit of break for showing almost nothing. But yeah, I figured he'll probably go down at some point within either this round or the next. So, but then Bryson goes birdie on 12, birdie on 13, and then birdies 15, 16, and 17 to get it to 7 under 65, which he missed the cut last year, I think by a shot, because he hit the pin on 15 and it went into the water. Got really unlucky there. It's downhill. 151 is really all we're looking to carry it, but this pitching wedge won't do it. So let's go ahead and finesse this 9-iron. The wind is being really weird. So let's go ahead and just do this. Because it is downhill. We're not going to hit it high. Perfect right there. A little to the right. So the wind took it a little bit. I had a really weird swing plane right there, but it doesn't matter. As long as it ends in the right position, then we're good. But anyway, that's his round one. And then Scotty, his round one was almost just as good. No bogeys on his round. 15. Yeah, let's go with 15 right there. Can we birdie 12? No, because I just need to put it out a little bit more. Like I said, the greens break a lot more than most everywhere else. So, but yeah, Scotty birdies 2 of the first 9, and is 2 under. And then birdie was 12, 13, and then 15 and 16 to finish at 6 under. So not a bogey there. Scotty just doing what he does best, really, and just stays calm, cool, and collected, and just gets his birdies, gets his par saves when he needs to. And that second round for him is where he really, those par saves really came into handy for Scotty. 188 we got to carry at least. It's slightly up the hill. I'm not too worried about that. I'm thinking we just hit this 7 because the wind's going to carry it. Let's go a little bit high. Yeah, because of the wind, I'm not worried about carrying it at all. I'm worried about it stopping. And that's a good shot. Just rolls off, unfortunate. But we are going to putt this. It is going severely downhill. Well, maybe not severely, but it's downhill in the beginning and then kind of flattens out. Going to the right. So 2.4 to start, and then it does flatten out. So I'm going to say about right there. And then it's a 13-foot putt. It's a 7-yard, so about 21 feet. About right there. Probably breaks more than this. Or does it? Oh, it didn't break as much. Oh.
That would have been a nice eagle, but didn't quite find the line. A dead-on look here for birdie.
All right, get another one. And Max Homa gets it in there at 6 under as well. Now, Max is one that I was surprised about. I like Max, but he, a lot of the times, is kind of like Rory. You know, he'll have a couple good rounds, but then there's just one round that kind of really takes him out of contention. We don't want to go too far to the right, so I'm going to aim this a good bit over here. And you see, it still went to the right, and it's going to go more right, yeah. That was a good thing. I aimed it left. And his first round, nothing really to, get excited about. He was 1 under, 2 under on the front, 1 over on the back. This is a tough pin position right here. The only easy one really is on the back left. But I say maybe we play for that left side, towards the purple. So we're looking at 136 carry. The wind should carry it to that left side. It's uphill, wind into us, so let's hit kind of a low one, just so that the wind doesn't knock it down to that bottom tier. Underswing might do that, though. Wow, that wind just took it. But I did what I wanted. I wanted to play on this left side just for safety. I was thinking that it was going to bring it a little bit more to the right, though. We may not have hit that tier that I wanted to hit. So downhill, it's not really doing anything much. I'll go to the corner, the edge here. It's a 19-foot putt. Let's bring it down to 15, 14. It's not severely downhill. I did overswing that as well, but we get it in there. Pretty much a straight putt. That's a 7 under.
Continues to build on this advantage. Sensational here on day 1. We come now to the instantly recognized.
Then you had some of the other guys that
traditionally it has been the second easiest hole on the course.
participate in daily turn. Oh, whatever. I was like, what the hell is this?
2022.
A couple of the guys that I was rooting for, but oh Jesus, I got to get that silver power drive, but that ends up perfect, really, in the fairway, right side, 200 to the hole.
That is a fine tee shot right there. Decision time now. Take on the pond or not.
So we really only have to carry this 190. And it's severely down the hill. Wind is helping again. So take it high. 171. I think this honestly could still be too much. Perfect on the backswing, but hit it fast. No, it was perfect distance. Was not too much at all.
Oh, what a shot that is. Beautiful. And that will make for a contented little stroll.
Because
That's Saracen Bridge.
a couple of guys I'm rooting for, Tommy Fleetwood. He had a level par first round. And this is for yet another eagle.
Start thinking about best rounds ever here at the Masters. Our young golfer, 7 under now. And the all-time record, as you know, is 963, shot by both the great Nick Price in 1986.
And we get that eagle. We get to the record of 9 under.
So perhaps 3 and the record is yours alone. That would be quite incredible. I realize Nick Price and Greg Norman, they did not win in the year that they shot 63, but they're on the record. And just think, 2.
We had Xander Schauffele, level par. He shot level par on both days. Brooks, who was probably a big favorite for a lot of people heading into the Masters, not really making any noise on either day. Now this one's in the way back, which is probably, I don't know if it's the hardest pin position, but it's definitely up there. I can't wait till it's on that left side. Try and, hit that slope to get it to come back down, but 190. And wind helping slightly up the hill. I think the wind is going to help it more. But I don't know if this gets there. I'll tell you what. We'll hit a littler one, aim it to the right, and hope that the wind carries it far enough for it to roll out a little bit. Oh yeah, definitely did. Look at that. Perfect. It's playing a lot of break right here, but I don't feel comfortable playing that much break, so. Okay. We get another birdie. That's 5 under through the last 4. And that right there has broken the record. Akshay Bhatia, who I was rooting for to have a good Masters. I wasn't really rooting for him to win because it's his first Masters and all that. I was excited that he won the week before in the playoff. You know, he got a par on the playoff hole, and the other guy chunked his third into the water, which is just heartbreaking. He's in contention to win his first tournament, and he does what probably 99% of it, not 99, but a big percent of us would do in that high tension situation, and just chunks it into the water. Let's hit a knockdown. It's fairly up the hill, went into us, so this is 7 yards past the pin. I think with a knockdown, it could be good. Oh, it's too much. I didn't think it was going to get past the pin, I'll be honest. Wow. Kind of weird it went through everything. Up the hill, then back down. Yeah, it's not doing a ton. At the beginning, it's going to the right. I think it might go back left at the end. Just slightly. Man, that really just is in the way, isn't it? So yeah, I'm gonna put it about right there. And it is up the hill and then back down, and it's 14 yards. So that's 32 feet. No. $42 feet, so right there. Let's put it at 49 because I don't want it to go past that. Whoa, what the hell just happened? I guess I moved my thumb in a weird way. Oh, it didn't even get there. I was worried about the speed going past the hole and didn't hit it. So
now a 7-footer.
Yeah, it is level. I would have actually made that if I would have hit it hard enough. Get the par. Get the par on 17. Will Zalatoris, I was looking for him, and he was 2 under on the first day. Unfortunate on the second day. But, I mean, very few people were safe after that second day.
Now to the 18th tee, and Frank, what a nice round this has been so far.
Ooh, almost too far.
Augusta National under par. That's an accomplishment.
It certainly is. I mean, a tee shot through the chute here and there.
Now, this is probably the toughest pin position because, I mean, to get right there, you're going over that bunker. 167. And the wind's also going to the left, which makes it even tougher. If the wind's going to the right, it makes it slightly easier because you don't have to aim over the bunker. This 176, let's go high. Try and get it to stop a little. Oh, it's left. We're on. That's all right. Down the hill.
So Frank, we come to the 18th hole, and now it's
just slightly though. It's 36. Put it at 34.
Here to shoot the low round ever recorded in the history of this great tournament.
I hit it way too hard, and we need that to break the record. I did not want this to break the record. I'll be honest. I wanted a slightly easier one because it is breaking a lot in the beginning. Oh, but we get it. What a putt. What a putt. That's a 10 under first round at the Masters. Not our first Masters. We got here as an amateur. Remember, we're in the lead by 4. Um, I really thought coming back to this on sim after not playing for so long, it was going to be a lot more difficult. But who knows? Maybe we just played it really well. Because that's why I put the AI at 85. I had it at 90 something. Sorry about that. I had it at 90 something. But yeah. Who knows? Maybe we'll change this a little bit later. And check the cut is +2. We have to shoot really bad. Wind speed is 8 to 12. So this is more like the first day of the Masters in real life. But anyway, a couple other the guys. Phil Mickelson didn't shoot too bad. I mean, he was a 1-over on the first round, but again, it's like that first round wasn't playing too difficult. McIlroy was 1 under after the first round. I was rooting for Camilo because him getting back into the game after what has happened to him is good to see, but he was 2 over on the first round. Rahm was 1 over, which was a huge upset, I think, because winning it last year, I feel like he was probably, if not Scheffler, then Rahm was the one everybody was looking at to really make a push and potentially win this year. Adam Scott I've always liked, but he was 4 over on that first 9. And then, who else? Ricky Fowler, who was 4 over on the first day. I was so disappointed because, I mean, last year he had kind of a resurgence. This year's been a little bit more of a different story. So we're looking at 147 to the pin. It is severely uphill. Wind into us. Remember, the wind is a lot heavier this time. 8 to 12. So this could be really good. Because remember, the knockdown pierces that wind. Oh, Jesus is way right. Great distance. Direction was a little off. This one way up the hill. And from where we are, yeah, all the way until the hill, it really breaks. And we have a 24 with that. Let's put it to 38. We missed the birdie on the first round because we didn't hit it, and it's the same on the second round, a much more difficult putt. Miss it because we just don't hit it hard enough. For the guy and Hideki as well, winning it. It was Rahm 2 years ago and Hideki was last year. Rahm was 2 years ago, Hideki was last year, sorry. He was also 4 over on his first round, which is crazy. And for the guys that missed the cut, you know, Justin Thomas, he was level par on that first round, not too bad. And that second round going 7 over, you know, it's...
I certainly don't think you want to get complacent, but to answer your question,
it's just crazy. Now, that second round was a killer. I mean, it was so difficult. I think the only time that it became manageable was when, because Scheffler and them were the last people out, their last 2 holes, the wind didn't seem as bad. But that's about it. So this one in the back, a much more manageable in terms of what, you know, you have in green to work with, but you still don't really want to be on that right side because you got a lot of slope. But with that wind, it's at 179. Let's go with the 160. Let's hit slightly lower. Oh god, I thought I overswung that massive amount, but it was just fast. Distance control actually really good on this hole. It was just a little more left than I thought. We're gonna putt this, I think. Way to the right in the beginning. Should I chip this? Because I'm looking at having to roll over the fringe a good bit. It's 27 feet. And it's pretty much, you know, I'm going to hit it. I'm going to hit about 20 right there. We eagled this yesterday. Not quite today, but a decent chance to get that birdie. Rolled it well past.
A straightforward look here for birdie.
Rolling it that far past on the putts makes me think I made the right decision to putt it. I think a chip I would have had to really be cautious of how far I carried it. Sergio missing the cut after losing in a playoff in the Live tournament last week. He bogeyed to get into the playoff from the last hole. Then he bogeyed the first or second playoff hole. I didn't see it. I just looked at the leaderboard. But level par in the front first 18 and then 7 over the next. And the amount of people that are 7 over... Oh, we don't need that power drive. It's par 4. We can't... And with the wind into us, we can't get it there. So... Wyndham Clark was another one that I was considering putting on my that little list thing that the Masters can do or does within the app or on the website. I say we hit a high pitch because into the wind, it's gonna stop it. You know. All going to the left. Once you get onto that green, let's say we do this. Wind brings it to the right. Oh, I carried it just 2 yards too far, I think.
Okay, on the green.
Just 2 yards too far. I'm still getting used to all the shot types again. So the pitch I'm not 100% comfortable with. This one's slightly up the hill, so 15 I think is the max. It's going a good bit to the right the entire way, so I think this is good. Oh, just a little bit more to the left. A touch more. Just a touch more to the left. And he was 1 over on that first 18, but then went 6 over on the second round, missing it again. Justin Rose 1 over and then 6 over. Victor Hovland was 1 under and then went 9 over on that second round. Look at his scorecard for that one. That second round, a bogey on the first, a triple on the second, a double on 4, bogey 5, birdies 13, bogeys 14, and then doubles 15. He had a bad day. A bad day. Bubba Watson, I've always liked Bubba Watson, just like I've always liked Bryson DeChambeau, because they play the game in such a unique way that they're just fun to watch you a lot of the time. So 239, 248, 254. This is probably the toughest pin position on this one. Again, way downhill, but the wind is way into us this time. We do have this 7 wood, but I think we hit this 3 wood and we just hit it high. I honestly think that's what we do here. Perfect. I don't think I've ever had that on a tee shot, and it carries way too much. It just carried way too much. I mean, not bad on distance. I mean, if you look at it, I'm only 7 yards, so it's like, you know, I think this could be good. Sit. That's why I don't like the chips, man. That's exactly why I underswung that 7%, and it rolls out 32 feet. That's why I do not like these chips in this game. I guess, you know, I could have hit you can't hit a spinner out of the first cut or the rough, which is weird. I think with this, we're going to have to go with 55 feet. We're looking at our first bogey here, unfortunately. Yeah, didn't even hit it. Wow. I had to go over 60 feet on that.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here.
Unfortunate, our first bogey of the tournament, but it's a really tough par 3, especially with these winds.
Gonna drop that lead down to 3 shots.
Gary Woodland we're rooting for because of what happened to him as well I think it was last year, but a 4 over for the first 18 and then a 9 over for the second. And then Dustin Johnson, very surprising. Now he hasn't played very good in tournaments since he went to, well, honestly, since before he went to Live. But coming back into these majors after going to Live, he just has not been playing very well. And he has a 6 over for the first 18 and then a 7 over for the second, so plus 13 for him. So for this, God, you got that huge thing right there. And this is why it was playing so tough for them, because like if you're playing with the wind helping on a shot like this, you cannot afford to land it near the pin because it's going to probably go over the green, especially at 188. Being downhill as well, you know. But let's look at... Let's go high. Go 171. One's going to really take it. Oh, it didn't take it as much as I thought. It was pretty good distance. I was like a yard off on distance. It was just the wind didn't take it as much as I thought.
Look here.
Way uphill again.
And he's got to have good energy transfer here. It's
Going,
an uphill putt, but it's going to
yeah.
slide left as he gets near the hole.
And it's a 22-foot putt with how far it's up the hill. We're looking at probably 50 feet. No, not. Well, let's put it at 45. What a putt. Oh, it was too hard. It was just too hard.
Very disappointed that he never
Oh,
got a
man.
chance to get to the hole.
Yeah, we really shouldn't have to worry about any break from right here. It says 1.3 above. I was going to say there's no way.
It is a par here.
Ooh, good thing I moved it. And that's everybody who missed the cut. And then that second day playing so difficult.
Make our way now to the
Fowler,
par 3 set.
people got lucky.
Par 3 on the first
People really got lucky that cut line, it went from 4 over to 6 over
absolutely test you.
in a pretty short amount of time, to be honest, because of how hard it was playing. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. So pin in the back makes it a little bit easier. You can play a low runner. And so if we look to play it in the 180s, you know, how low can we play this? Pretty low. Let's do something like this. See if this works out. Underswing, but not much. And it's way right still. Good God. So that really, with an 8-iron, I guess it's pretty hard to play just it running so much, especially with it being so downhill. So not smart in my, not smart for me. And it's going a good distance left. God, I hate that. Why is this here? Okay. So we got a 39-foot putt. It's pretty uphill. So let's say 40. Let's go with 55, 54, something like that. We've been great online. It's just been our speed. Good God.
Never going to climb that hill, and he has left himself a tester coming up. This from 7 feet.
I cannot get the speeds when they're uphill like that. I can't. But yeah, that second day was just so tough that the cut surprisingly went to six over, and
On to hole number 7.
Hideki going 2 over just makes the cut. Ricky going 2 over just makes the cut, and he had to
Running the length of the
birdie.
oftentimes lead to a bogey or worse. With the
Oh no, never mind.
bunkers
He just had to birdie
preventing any
one in the back
loss
9 to make it.
to the green.
Let's see up here. Adam Scott made it at 6 over. John Rahm made it at 5 over. John Rahm having a 4 over second. He doubled 14, then went birdie, and then bogey on 17 to make it. But he made it, you know. Tony Finau made the cut at 5. So downhill wind helping. Let's go about right there. It's going left, but it should bounce to the right. Never mind, it bounces dead straight. Camilo Villegas does make it with a 3 over
Here at 7, this is second from
second
off the
round. Okay, so luckily we're not too far left so that we have tree trouble. This, again, the easier pin on Friday. Up the hill, up the slope, wind is helping. We're in the second cut, but it's 100%. I say, how much is this wind going to help is what I want to know. Let's play a low ball. Well, you know what? Let's play a finesse. Low. Because I don't want this thing spinning back so much, you know. And I don't know how much that wind is going to help it based on, you know, compared to the uphill. And it's a lot. Jesus.
Well, as an old baseball announcer once said,
That wind, man.
gone.
From here, it's downhill slightly to the right. So we're looking at... See that, again, I didn't mean to do that. Whoops. What did I do? I don't know. We can play a spinner from here, but it's like you have to underswing it so I just can't do it, man. It's too much. Wow. Great on distance, but it just hit that slope and then bounced dead right. We just got unlucky with that. Oh, God. Scared me with the vibration in my phone. Roy McIlroy, he was, again, 1 under the first round, and at one point, it was looking like he may miss the cut on that second round because, you know, no birdies at all. He's 2 over on the front 9, and then doubles 11. He hits it into the water on the left, which is that one that, you know, it's the long one that... Is this too far right? No. It's the long... It's 450 yards, I think. And he just aims too far left, and the wind does not take it as much as, you know, he was hoping. So it's 240, 214 to that front, way uphill. Let's play a low ball. How do I switch this? I can never remember. Okay. Play a low one to get it to not hit that wind so much. And it's still like... It's so weird in this game the way the wind affects it. Because it... In my opinion, the wind affects it way too much. Let's hit a spinner here. We'll go about right there. It is uphill and going to the left. So I think a spinner... can be really good from here as long as we hit it, you know, like that. And it is. It just took off to the right a little bit, so could be a nice birdie for us. Slightly down the hill, going to the left. Got it. Yeah, he doubles 11, bogeys 14, and then pars out from there. Hitting a fantastic shot on 18. He hit the trees off of his drive. Hit an awful drive, dead right. I don't know why you just don't play. Aim it at that bunker on the left. If you're in it, you can still get it to the green. you know,
Make your way up to this ninth green.
knowing you need, well, he might not have known, but possibly knowing you need a par or a bogey to make the cut, you know. Ooh, hit that tree, but that's okay. But hits the tree on the right. He's having to hit a wood into the green and hits a fantastic shot. Mickelson having a 1 over round, so not on, or no, 2 over, 3 over round, so he finishes at 4 over after almost winning it when Rahm won. I hate it, man. I hate that thing is right there. Up the hill again, the wind is helping, and the wind just helps so much. I'm gonna play a low one at 104. I know it seems a little crazy, but with how much the wind helps, okay, it's not gonna help that much. Bad judgment, but I didn't really want to be over the green because it's a very, very short chip. You have no green to work with. I wouldn't say ever so slightly, but yeah, it's up that hill. 29 severely up. I think we're going 45. I think we're going 48. I changed my mind. We needed almost 60. Jeez. I cannot get the speeds on these uphill putts. Yeah, Jason Day, who I like Jason Day, he was 3 over on the first round and then 1 over on the second, so a good second round. And that's crazy when you can say 1 over is a good second round. Will Zalatoris being 2 over on the first round, 5 over on his second, making the cut at 3 over. Brooks Koepka, the same thing, 1 over on the second round, which again, that's a good second round. I lost connection on the single player mode. Cool. It's not my internet, buddy. I can tell you that much. It's not my internet. I guess we could continue offline, but I don't think you get stuff when you continue offline. Do we start where we were? I don't remember if this one starts where we were. I'm guessing it does because it says minus 11. Man, EA, your servers are ass cheeks. Then Tiger finishes level par, so 1 over. For him to finish better on his second round, and he had to play more holes because of the first round, them not being able to finish, says something, I think. He had not a crazy second round, but his second round was, birdie, bogey, bogey, birdie, bogey, birdie on the front 9 to finish level, and then a bogey, birdie on the back 9 to finish level. So he had, some good, some bad. His thing, I think, is really just, and this could have been wind. Why was it vibrating? This could have been 100% wind, and he just get a really bad gust. But it seemed like his distance control on that second day was kind of off. He was flying everything way too far, or some things were like, pretty short. But again, that could have all been the wind. Because he finished just as good as the people who are, in the lead. Just as good or better. So this is pretty downhill. Not that downhill. We're going to hit the finesse. Hit it high. We're going to have to let the wind take it, I think. Pretty good shot. Pretty good shot. Especially with no green to work with on that right side and the wind all going to the left.
20 feet, I would imagine, so a good chance, really outside chance for birdie.
Not much break into this at all. I mean, just right edge, it would seem. It's just pretty uphill, 15 feet. I'm going to go almost 30. Because I've been underplaying the speed. That's a great putt. Get a birdie. Xander Schauffele, level par both rounds.
Here on this Friday. On now to the second hardest hole in Masters.
At Fleetwood, he was actually 1 under for that round. Cameron Young, who I like Cameron Young, but I didn't pick him because, you know, he hasn't won, but he just hasn't been.
15 yards back in 2022.
You know, his 4 rounds haven't been solid enough. You know, not nearly solid enough for his first win to be the Masters, you know, so I didn't pick him. Even though I really like him. Alright, severely downhill. 193, 195 is really what you're trying to carry it. With that wind, we're going to try to be a little bit safe, plus we're 3.3 degrees above. It's severely downhill, but with that wind, let's take a low 6-iron at it. Ooh, it's still going. Okay, that was actually perfect. Wow, that was perfect. And this hole in this third round, I think, is going to be, you know, it's either going to be what separates everybody, or everybody's going to try to play it as safe as they can. It's going to be one of the two. You got to think anybody. It's great, Brady. Anybody that is 1 under or worse is going to have to go for these tougher holes. You know, 12, 11. They're going to have to go for this pin. And it's gonna be tough. Colin Morikawa, someone who, you know, showed huge promise years ago, and really hasn't done too much. You know, so it's like, I like the guy, but I can't really root for him because he just hasn't shown much. You know, so this is downhill wind into us, and the wind it gets strong and it dies down, gets strong, dies down. So this 178 iron, 176, 161, will it be enough, or should I hit? I'm going to hit a high 7. Because I think that wind is going to kill it. And it doesn't. It doesn't. The wind didn't do anything. I think that went its full distance almost. That was weird. But he's 3 under. You know, he's only 3 shots back. He had a 1 under and a 2 under round, so.
Second shot now, here at the par 3.
Whoops, didn't mean to do that. So it's actually not as downhill as I thought. So let's hit a spinner. We got to underswing this severely. Didn't really spin. I could have just... I mean, it was better than a chip. I'd definitely say that it's better than a chip. But save our par here after a very wild tee shot where the wind did absolutely nothing to it. That second... Scotty's second round... Again, very much, you know, birdie, bogey, bogey, birdie. So even on the front, and then birdie, bogey, even on the back. So, you know, a very tame second round, which is what you needed. You had the man of the day, Max Homa. His round 2 is not showing for some reason. There we go. You know, 2 under on the front, 1 over on the back, so he had a 1 under round. A great round 2. And then Bryson, his round 2, remember he was leading at 7 under on that first round. Don't go too far.
Looking for
Okay.
a strong finishing
And,
touch
you know, he's tied for the lead at the second one.
weekend, and that
But
is another good drive here.
well, this is going to be a tough one. So if we go to that left side, we got to be at least 210 carried. But you do not want to land it in the fairway short because it probably won't be going up. So we got to land at 224 or better. It's off of a big slope going left, but then the wind is going to the right. I think we can go with a high 7 wood. And it's uphill. What's the full? I think we just go full 7 wood with a high one. A little bit underswing, but by almost nothing. Decent shot. It's not, you know, close to the pin, but it's a decent shot on the green. A safe shot, really.
Anticipated shots in the entire sport.
Going to the right.
How do you do with that one?
I'd say about that much. Severely up the hill. We are 37 feet. I think we're going to about
Not just the dog leg left that the hole presents, but the uneven lie for the
62.
second shot that had to be hit good and was indeed.
Oh, thank you. It did. Good putt. It was a good putt. Just didn't put it enough to the left.
Getting it there up the hill was
That should be a birdie.
This got there just a little wide of the mark.
Yep.
Just like
But Bryson had, you know, a level par with a bogey and a birdie on the front 9, and then his back 9 was a little wild with a bogey, birdie, birdie, bogey, and then bogey's the 18th. Now, his putting was really his killer on the second round, where he 3-putted the 18th, and then he missed, I know he missed a short-ish birdie putt, and then a shortish par putt. Now, when I say short-ish, I mean under 12 feet. And they were the ones, you know, he was making them on that first round, which is the reason why, you know, he was able to get to that 7 under. But the second round, with that wind, so, I mean, you could see it blowing that sand. And when it's blowing the sand out of the bunkers, it's a problem on the greens. Uphill, wind helping. What's our knockdown looking like here? Not great. Let's do this and I'll underswing it. Ooh, underswung too much. Never mind. That was perfect. Absolutely perfect. I didn't think it was going to run like that, but when the wind is helping, you're really not getting much backspin. So you have to remember that. You're not getting much backspin at all with the wind helping. That's another birdie. But yeah, that was really his killer. Otherwise, he would probably be around 10 under, 8 to 10 under, if he would have, you know, had the putting going the way that it did on the first round. But I mean, with the wind blowing like that, you have to just look at the. You have to play wind. Sorry, there's a bug in here. You have to play wind on your putts sometimes.
Facing the side hill lie has also been increased.
And you could even hear the commentators. I think it was, what's the guy's name? I think he just made the cut. Thorborn Olsen. He made a birdie putt on, I think it was 17. Yeah, on 17, a really long birdie putt. And I honestly believe the wind helped it get there. Because do we take a power drive here? Yeah, let's do it. Wind in our face, let's do it. Actually, I keep doing that. Did we hit a stinger? No, it's only 222. Wow, that's short, huh? I guess that's carry. Nah, I don't think we'd take a stinger. The wind isn't that crazy. Oh, I hit the tree. I hit the tree. I should have taken the stinger. Well, we aren't getting to the hole now.
From the fairway, check in with Noda.
Looking at the greatest second shot in golf.
And actually, yeah, I'm on the Masters website, and you can actually watch it right now. You can watch feature groups because I think there's only 1 or 2 groups out at the moment. Whoops, let me do that. What the hell? There we go. There we go. Ricky Fowler, the first group to go out. Ooh, he makes a really good downhill breaking right to left putt. I think this is the second hole. Yeah, so we bogeyed the first, buried the second. We are not going for this. Try to leave ourselves... So we got to hit it about 202 to leave ourselves 100. I do want to leave myself with that longer shot, because playing a little pitch into here is a little difficult. 93, that's good.
And a smart one as well.
Thank you.
For his third shot, needs to hit this close.
So with that wind, we can probably aim it about right there. Finesse wedge. We could hit a knockdown. It's 97 downhill wind into us. I think this, because over is not the end of the world. Oh,
Flirt with danger left.
I underswung it. I underswung it, man.
Wanting to cooperate, and it is. So after the drop, this is going to be his 5th shot into this par 5.
This our biggest oopsie. Try to get out of here with a bogey. That's a good pitch. That's a really good pitch from there.
Yeah, good soft hands. That is nicely done. This from about 10 feet.
Can we escape with the bogey after going in the water? Yes.
Good putt there.
Alright.
It is a bogey here at par 5.
That's 2 bogeys on this 18 so far.
Already, very little damage done. We arrive now at the 170-yard par 3 16.
But
Played entirely over
the third round, 4th round with the Masters, I am rooting for Bryson the most, because I do like him.
You can make a birdie.
I like the way he plays. You know, he's someone who doesn't stop tinkering with stuff, and I can relate to that. I always am tinkering with something to my detriment, in my opinion, but that's just because I don't have all the time in the world, to play. It's not my profession. I think this is good straight up. The wind is doing nothing. Wow.
Solid shot.
That wind did absolutely nothing to that ball.
Throughout the round, will win the day. A lot of movement on this.
But that's all. That's all good. We just need a par. A very, very tough putt. Very tough putt indeed. It's 44 feet. See how this plays out for us. Is it going to be like real life? It kind of is. Wow. And that's what I'm saying. They do a really good job. Now, this was 2K. That would not have stopped on the green. That would have rolled off the entire green. And that's the big difference with 2K and EA and the greens. They may both have their bad points when it comes to the reading the greens, where things are just wrong. But this one does that so well.
And he'll remain well in control of this tournament.
By 6.
This
2
par
holes to play.
17th at 400.
But yeah, I am rooting for Bryson to win. You know, he won,
This is
what
where
was it?
1986
The PGA?
is the
I can't remember what the hell the major that he won was. He was the only one under par. I was rooting for him then. I'm rooting for him now. I do still think it sucks that all these guys went to live just because they don't get to watch them play as much. Mostly just in the majors, but when they do, it's nice. So 110. I'm looking to carry this at least one. Well, probably 115. With the wind helping, I think this is probably going to be over. So that's why I underswung it. Oh, good God, I underswung it too much. I didn't mean to underswing it 8%, basically. I wanted like a 3%. So we can blast this, but the thing is, if we blast it, I have the potential of it running off of the green. And I have not played blast very much. That was a good shot. That was a good blast.
Okay, pretty big swing necessary there, and that's not all that bad from that far away.
No, it's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. Just make this, get our par, head to 18. Never mind. I did push it, but I don't know if that's why I missed it. That's a bogey, unfortunately. Unfortunately, that's a bogey on a par 5 and a par 4 on this back 9, and that leaves us at only 3 under on the second round. But still in a commanding lead. Yeah, this is a tough hole. Luckily with that wind though, we can just take dead aim at the middle of the bunkers and have that wind carry it to the right. Wind didn't really do much. Severely up the hill, but we can use that backstop if needed. We need to make sure it gets over that first false front there, so we got to hit this minimum 150 up the hill with that wind. A pitching wedge definitely isn't enough. We'll back off this 9 a little bit and let the wind kind of just carry it up there. A little far right, I think. But that backstop could help that out. Yes. We use the backstop perfectly. We're at 8'4" for our birdie. It's going to the right. It's downhill. It's only really going to the right in the beginning. Straightens itself out. 8 foot. Go to 7. It broke a little bit much in that beginning for me. But that's still a good second round with some of the higher winds. Still not too bad, but 3 under. 3 under round after the 10 under. And we are in the lead by 5 over Tony Finau, 6 over Sam Burns, 7 over Max Homa. And Max Homa 6 under in real life after 2 rounds, 6 under in this game. I really hate that they took the live players out of the leaderboards because they still play in the majors, but whatever. But that's going to be it for this video. Let me guys know what you think is going to happen for rounds 2 and 3. Because it has been fun. But actually, you know what? Let's go. And tomorrow, once round 4, well, I won't be able to play when round 4 starts, but we can talk about round 3. We'll play. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a great day, and I'll see you for rounds 3 and 4. Made the cut. Bye.